Yu-Gi-Oh! Is one of the most complex card games to get into. With over 10,000 cards and 20 types of them, it's easy to see why. Join me on my journey where I spend £30 a week with only Konami sealed products to build my Yu-Gi-Oh! Collection again from scratch. Alright, let's get cracking with Duel Overload. So, we're gonna need Union Hanger. Not Union Hanger, Union Carrier from the set. So, let's try to grab one as early as possible. Let's try the giant cards. So you may notice that I didn't buy anything else this week. But the fact of the matter is I have, and this is coming. Because of the COVID situation, all the deliveries are like really weird. So the stuff that I bought for this week may not actually come this week. So yeah. Also keep in mind that all of these videos, like all these clips of the openings you see, they're probably gonna be about 1 week in advance to the episode actually launching. So if there's a new ban list or something, I won't talk about it in the video, or at least in the pre-recorded segments of the video. Alright, so we got big facts. We're looking for a Union Carrier here. We'll save the Phantasme for last for luck. So just do this. Camera's kind of set up funky, but it will have to do. So let's crack into our first pack here. Okay, Levinier, I like. Fantasy Ruler, Swap Frog, Flame Swordsman, and Hollow Giant. Cool. So Levinier we might actually run, because it's just kind of an easily playable card. Cracking the second pack over here. Okay, we grab a Dagda, which is also good for another deck. And then we have Chaos Goddess. Just make sure the camera can see this. Protect the well for the Destruction Swordsman. We might actually play this as our link too, just so we can get stuff in the graveyard. Super Vehicleroid, Stealth Union, number 27 Dreadnought. So nothing that great here. Let's keep going. Cracking into our third pack here. This one's a bit bent, but Witchcraft. Ooh! Oh, wait, the camera fell. Okay. Alright, sorry about the little cut. We had a little issue with the camera, but like I said, with the last Paul Protector Well, because our generic link 2, we might need to use that for a couple episodes, just to get the A, B, and C parts into the graveyard. And for the next pack, we have Witchcraft Creation and Daigusto Emerald, which is actually really good for us to cycle certain cards back for more recursion. And then we got Malefic Selector, Card of Fate, which is kind of pretty crap. And Sideframe Lord Omega. I don't think we can summon this yet, but I'll put it in here just in case we pull like Hulk or something. Okay, let's crack open our fourth pack. Oh yes, Verte Anaconda, baby! Okay, nice, very nice. And a bunch of useless cards that we don't need to look at. Alright. In the fifth pack, we still haven't found Union Carrier yet, so it'd be really awesome if we found one. Yugioh, the Absolute Zero Mayakashi, Double Evolution Pill, Cubic Dharma, Endless Judgment, Reptilian Echidna. Nothing that great, so let's do the pack that we've been saving for last, the Phantasme pack. Crack her open. There's a link, it's a dark, 5-headed Link Dragon, awesome. We'll play that. and then a bunch of useless cards as well. So we didn't pull the Union Carrier, which means we do have to open more of these, but I'm not too upset. We have Anaconda, we pulled Emerald, we pulled a Link 2, so definitely not too bad of an opening, I would say. Just a shame that we didn't quite pull the Union Carrier, but yeah. We got some Morg as well, we could play that at some point. And I think what we're going to do is just play all the rank 4s, because we may be able to occasionally summon them. I don't think we have any artifacts are set with Dagger, but... And we'll just put in all the Link 2s that we can actually summon. I don't actually think we have any warrior targets for his effects, but... we don't really have an extra deck right now, so these will help. Literally everything but the Levin here is a extra deck addition, but anyway. The question is, do we actually add the Levinia into the list? I'm gonna have a think about that after we make the opening for the other products we're opening this week as well, but I think these are obviously all going to go straight in. Even Anaconda, even though it doesn't do anything for us right now, it's still generic Link 2, so I'm still going to add it just to get monsters in the graveyard, basically. So yeah, that's awesome. Well, that concludes the Duel Overload opening. I hope you guys enjoyed that, and I will see you guys probably in the next product opening. Goodbye. Alright, hey guys, so Future Be talking here. While editing this video, I realized that I lost the footage to some of the pack opening. This week I did open Duel Overload and 4 packs of the gadgets, trying to look for silver gold gadgets for the gadget engine for some boost consistency. We didn't get anything, to be honest, and I don't know where the footage is gone, but I will say the only noteworthy card that we actually got was a Starving Venom Fusion Dragon. So I do apologize for that. You're just gonna take my word for it. We did pull Starving Venom, but that was really all there is to it. The Starving Venom pool is also the reason why I'm going to be opening the Shadow structure sometime in the next few weeks. Because since we pulled Verta Anaconda as well, let's just use Anaconda for something. And we can shove in a Super Poly in the main deck with the Starving Venom in the extra deck, and we can use the Super Poly that way. And yeah, I'm looking forward to hunt the Union Hanger and Needle Fiber down. So yeah, that's all I have to say, and I'll let the old me get on with the video. Hey guys, it's Sir here, and welcome back to another duel section. And today we only played 2 games, and our first match here was against Nimrons, and we lose rock paper scissors, and we get given second. Our opponent here opens Nimron network, pretty standard Nimron stuff, gets a bunch of stuff, makes some mega flops, sets some back row, and passes over to us. So we opened pretty okay. The only unfortunate part is we have no way to out Megaclops apart from something like a Solemn Shrek when he triggers Megaclop's second effect, which we didn't open into, and realistically we weren't going to be able to out that. So we just kind of concede after a little bit of struggling, and we started into just Curious for game 2. And in game 2, we did have the Shrike, but we get hit with the Trickstar Reincarnation instead. Which banishes our whole hand and draws. But because of the recursion ABC has, we would have been able to play for it, but then we get trolled as well, which actually ends our turn for real this time. So, yeah, we're just gonna pass it over to our opponent here. afterwards. As draw stops you from adding cards to your deck, of course. Oh, adding cards from your deck, rather. But we end up making a ABC Dragon Buster with lots of stuff in the graveyard. We basically have a stacked graveyard, and we have like infinite loops of ABCs, and we have Hanger on board, so we do eventually out-resource him, and we did draw another Shrike, and here's where he activates Megalop's effects. We Shrike it, so we do get rid of it. But then he brings about Mimosa Reborn, and it's gonna be a bit difficult to out the second one. He Shrikes again, which is really we can't do anything about this, honestly. There's nothing we can really do. So I believe he Ewing's our AB's Dragon Buster here, and we just concede again. Actually, no, I believe that last footage was looped from the first game, actually, because we actually won the second game somehow. I don't remember how, but that's kind of my bad on cutting the footage, I guess. But anyway, this is game. No, this is game 2. Yeah, this is game 2, I believe. So we set up a decent board with ABC Dragon Buster and a set Machina Trap, and our opponent tries to go into Renoa, but luckily we can chain to the activation and banish him with ABC Dragon Buster so he doesn't get it online. And we actually found out he's playing Digimon Trick Stars, which is not really too relevant at all, but that's cool, I guess. And well, he just didn't draw anything because of how the deck works. Like, you basically have to draw Numenera in some capacity or some kind of starter, and he just didn't have any starters, or they all got interrupted by my ABC Dragon Buster, and we were just able to pop off with the double Dragon Buster summon and swing in for well over lethal. And yeah, we take game 2 this way, and game 3 was like a real snore fest. Our opponent opted to go first, but bricks for like about 3 turns in a row, and sets 5 on their first turn, which I was a bit spooked about. But I figured most modern traps, they're not battle traps, they're usually effect negation or something that you chain to effects. So what I did was I just normal summoned A, B, and C monsters from my hand and just attacked directly, and that seemed to have worked. So we take game 3 and our first match of the series. So the second match here, we win rock, paper, scissors, and we decided to go second because we knew we were up against the sealed only Dino deck again, and dinos typically like to go second. However, I did forget that that's really only that stuff only really matters when you have a real deck, not a deck that bricks half the time and doesn't have a very powerful board. So essentially, what that happens is he summoned UTC and I lost the game. So in game 2, we sided, I think, Jizukiru's again, and we go first. So once again, we kind of bricked. We end on a fortress, a air raider, and a set Machina Overdrive. So that's realistically 2 interruptions, 3 we can the Citadel in the grave, and eventually we just get our resource grinded by UTC because we just bricked. We just bricked really hard. We drew 2 frontline bases. There wasn't really much we can do, and it was a pretty quick 2-0 for our opponent. I do have to mention I did use everything, including the Machina Draw effect, so there wasn't really much more I could do, and yeah. Alright, so after 2 matches played today, we played a total of 7 games now, And well, it's our first match win of the series. What can I say? So we end up being 1-6 in the total scoreboard, but we'll get there. I'm sure we'll definitely reach a higher win rate by the time we get our deck properly together. So yeah, that's really the goal, and there isn't much more to say. So I'll see you guys in the next episode. Goodbye.